Welcome back, tribe. It's Tiani, and today is a very special day because today, wait for it, is Fess Up Fridays. And I actually have a personal confession to make. So, you guys have been seeing me talk about rebounding and I talk about coconut oil and all these wonderful things, but what you don't realize is that there's an underlying reason why I talk about all these things lately, and it's because, confession time, I have actually been suffering from high blood pressure for the last 2 years. 2 years, yes. And you're probably thinking, what the hell? Like, she's skinny, like, she takes care of herself. How could this possibly be happening to her, right? But the thing is, genetics. My dad is actually really, really sick, and my sister has high blood pressure slightly, and so does my mom. So it's definitely, I'm genetically predisposed, but also I had a healthy dose of denial going in there too, because as much as I tried to take care of myself, there were certain things that I just really needed to stop doing, right? And until I kept having to go back to the doctor and get a higher prescription of meds for my high blood pressure, it didn't occur to me. Plus, I had awesome people in my life that sort of shed a spotlight on that too. So recently my coach, we were talking a lot about, the relationships that we have in our lives and the people that come into our lives that come and go. And I realized that some of the people that were coming into my life were having a healthy dose of denial too. Like, they would talk the talk, but they wouldn't walk the walk. And I'm like, look at this guy. How could he, right? And in my coach ways, I'm like, man, I wish I could help this person. And wow, they're really in denial and all that. But the reality was that this girl right here was in denial too. And she needed to put the mirror to her face and realize that she was doing the same thing that these people were, right? And that's why I could recognize it in the other, right? Because they say that what you recognize in the others, you probably have in yourself. So, and for me, that was absolutely true. So the first thing I did was I realized what I was doing, and I was basically falling off the wagon all the time, right? Like, I was constantly, yes, generally keeping a healthy lifestyle, but I was constantly adding things to my body that just weren't agreeing, right? So it took that healthy dose of reality check from my doctor and my coach and the people I love around me to be like, listen, it's time to make that change. So what I did was I said yes to life, right? How can I possibly help other people if I'm not helping myself? How could I possibly have a stroke at the age of 37? How crazy is that, right? I have so much to live for, so much to do. So I did it, you guys. I said yes to life, and I realized and I made the decision, it's time. You make the decision once, but here's the thing, here's the key. You have to follow it up with consistent action. Now, yes, every once in a while I can cheat, etc. But for the most part, I'm consistent right now. I am consistently rebounding. I'm consistently on decaf coffee. I'm consistently removing sugars from my diet. Like, all these things are consistent now, right? They're consistent. And so you have to follow that up. Follow up that decision with consistent work. The other thing is, and I thank so much my friends and family and like my doctor and everyone who's like around me that's like, sort of rooting for me. They are my accountability partners. And so the reason I'm making this confession, this Fess Up Fridays, is because I want you guys to hold me accountable too. I'm going to keep following up with you guys and posting videos and great things about this so that you guys can hold me accountable. And so here's the thing. Here's the great news, right? So a couple of days ago, I went to my doctor, and I had this little thing with myself going. I had made the decision. I was being consistent about it. And I said, you know what? My goal is to get off all medication completely, and I'm going to do it naturally, right? And I'm going to do it myself with no other kind of intervention, right? No medical, no operation, nothing like that. And guess what? 2 days ago, I went to my doctor, and she cut my prescription in half. She cut it in half. I was like beyond thrilled. So, I'm so beside myself, so happy about that I can't even tell you how happy I am about it right now. And so the thing is that it made me realize that everything I was doing was right. Like, I was consistently rebounding and consistently doing everything that I needed to do right. But the real reason is the underlying reason. I care about myself. I want me to be successful. Make that decision for yourself. Do it for yourself. Realize it. Say yes and be consistent, and know that you are worth it, right? Know that you have so many things to do in your life. Know that, God, every life is so valuable. And wouldn't it be a shame if you lost that, right? So I'm sorry that this particular video is so long, but I really wanted to share this with you guys as a Fess Up Friday. It's my personal story, and I hope that that helps you be accountable, realize, stop being in denial, and get the people around you that you need, the people that will shed the light on that, and the people that will support you at the end of the day. Because you know what my doctor said? She said, I'm proud of you, and I want to be proud of you too. So if you guys have any stories of fessing up, of being in denial and taking control, Facebook me, YouTube me, Twitter me, whatever you need to do. Smoke signals. I'm around here. I'm in New York. You know where I live, or maybe some of you know where I live, but just do it. Take that action, and I will be your biggest advocate. Here's Tiani signing off, you guys. I hope that was helpful. Take care. Bye.